Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, Andy here. I went from depressed and suicidal to living a life of abundance and joy. If I can do it, you sure as hell can too. We're going to have a pretty chill episode today. We're going to go through some of your comments, some of your questions, answer them, have a bit of a chill little episode. And S. Kelly117 says, great video. It was good to hear that even Andy has that inner critique in his head. Yeah, we all do. We just don't have to pay attention to it. As I have been talking to girls before and I've been in my head criticizing myself about what I'm saying instead of focusing on the conversation. This right here, my brother from another mother, is part of the reason why I don't do too many videos about like what to say to women. I've done a few videos on conversation and what to do on a date and all of that, but I don't do a shitload of content about it because if I sit there and tell you exactly what to say and here's the line to say, and if she says this, you got to say this, and if she says this, then you should say this other thing. If I sit there and tell you specifically what to say, you will be in your own head and you won't be present and in the actual conversation. You won't enjoy yourself. It's not fun to be a neurotic fucking mess. And there are a lot of like dating coaches and pickup artists and people like that on the internet that will give you this like laundry list of like conversation points and pointers and things you have to say. You end up not even being in the fucking conversation because you're up here in your head. This is why my number one philosophy with, life in general, but especially with dating, is give yourself permission to suck. Just show up, do your best, have a good time, and if you suck, that's okay. You'll get better with practice. So yeah, my man, we all kind of have that little inner critique in our head. We all have that voice that says, I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough, you should have said this, I should say this is awkward, I'm being so bad at this. If you take a deep breath and just relax a little bit, you might actually have fun. And part of the reason why I encourage you all to have fun with this stuff is because you'll go out there and approach a lot more women if you let yourself relax enough to have fun. But if you believe your inner critique or inner critic, if you sit there and think I should have said this, I should have said that, I should have done this, I should have done that, you're not going to have fun. And if this isn't fun, why the fuck would you go out and hit on hundreds of women or go on the dating apps and message hundreds or thousands of girls? Like, you wouldn't. So we're big fans here of making things as fun as we possibly can, and then you're more likely to actually fucking play the numbers game. Something else that you can do when you're feeling a little bit like nervous in that moment, like when you're talking to someone or when you're about to go on a date or when you're about to have sex, is just fucking be honest. Be autistically honest and say, I'm feeling nervous. How are you feeling? The last girl that I ended up, well, I'm dating her now, but the last girl that I hit on, got a phone number and ended up sleeping with, when I first hit on her, I told her like several times, I'm really nervous. And she was like, really? You don't seem nervous. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking nervous. Like, I just tell people when I'm nervous. If I'm going to go on a date and I'm feeling a little bit nervous, I'll just say, hey, I'm feeling nervous. Like, it doesn't have to be this big deal. A lot of you think having an inner critic or, being nervous or not knowing what to say or running out of things to say or being awkward or any of that, you think it's this big, massive deal. It's really not, especially if you just tell the other person. Like, just tell the girl, just say, I'm feeling a bit nervous. How are you feeling? And what you'll find 9 times out of 10 is she'll say, I'm feeling a bit nervous too. And you go, cool. Do you want to be nervous together? A problem shared is a problem halved. You don't have to work on this shit by yourself. A lot of you guys put all this insane pressure on yourself. So you have to be good looking, attractive, play the numbers game, be super smooth, be good at conversation, never be awkward, never, ever, ever like pussy out on a girl or any of that sort of shit. You put all of this pressure on yourself. And then let alone when you get to the bedroom, you put insane amounts of pressure on yourselves to perform, to do a good job, blah, blah, blah. Fuck that shit. Just give yourself permission to suck. Be honest when you're nervous. The girl can help you work on this stuff together. Again, 2 people being nervous together means you both get to work on it with each other. She's your teammate. She's on your team. She's not the thing that you have to impress. She's not the enemy. She is your teammate. So, S. Kelly, thank you for the comment. All right, this next comment, or I guess pair of comments, comes from a video I did called How to Stop Having Platonic Dates and Have Sex Instead. I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce the first name up there. You say thank you. Are there any girls out there to comment on this? I'm curious to know what they think about it at all. Yes, my friend, there are lots of girls out there who would happily comment on the video that I made or happily give you information. It is up to you, my brother, to go out there and ask them. Go out there into the world, go hit on women and ask them questions. Ask them what they want. Ask them about their sexuality. Ask them what it's like to be a woman. Ask them what they think of men. Ask them if they want to fucking make out with you. Ask them if they want to kiss you. Ask them if they want to come back to your apartment. Ask them out on a date. Ask them out for a drink. Ask them. Don't on the internet post a comment expecting that they're all just going to flock here to a predominantly male channel. I think the audience is like 20% women, 80% men. Go out there and ask the fucking women, dude. And this is exactly what I did. I used to just ask women, or I still do, sorry. I ask women all of these questions. I wrote this article on my website. This is over on killyourinnerloser.com, and it's called Honesty is an Ideal You Work Towards. And I talk in this article about how I would just, every woman I dated, every woman I hit on, every woman I was friends with, every woman I could possibly talk to, I would ask them, what is it like to be a woman? What things are you into sexually? What do you like from guys? Can I kiss you? How do you feel during sex? What do you like in the bedroom? Do you like it when a guy goes down on you? Do you like being fingered? Do you like being fucked? What positions do you like? What sex toys do you like? What kinky fantasies do you have? Like, what's in your head? I would just ask them a bunch of questions. And part of how I know everything that I know about dating, about women, about men, about all of that is by just fucking asking people, my brother. Like, I've obviously coached at this point, let's say, I don't know, 500 people at this point. I just ask all of them, what is it like being you? What are you struggling with? What do you want? What kind of life do you want to live? And then I get to understand a lot about men. And then every woman that I've slept with, which at this point has been, quite a lot, a couple of hundred, I ask every single one of them, what is it like being you? What do you want from life? What are your goals? What are your insecurities? How does your body work? What do you want in the bedroom? Like all of that kind of shit. And by just asking these questions, I get to know about women. So yeah, man, like good job basically saying, are there any women out there that can comment on this? But they're probably not going to flock to you and answer this question, dude. It's up to you to go out there and ask them. And to all of you, yeah, I recommend that you ask women everything you've always wanted to know. Now, don't ask it in a general way, which is how most people ask it. They'll just go up to women and they'll be like, can you tell me about women? And it's like, bro, she's just one woman. How can she tell you about 4 billion human beings on the planet? Ask her about her personally. Like, what are you into? Who are you? Tell me who you are as a person and understand and empathize with her as a person. And then if you do that with enough women, you'll start to see some general trends or some generalities about women. But in general, what you'll find is like every woman is different. There are some things that apply to most women, but every woman is different. So yeah, man, like that's all I ever do. Like, and especially during sex and stuff, which was kind of the point that I made in the original video. Like, all I ever do on dates and during sex is I just ask her, what do you want? Like if I'm on a date, I say, can I kiss you? And then I'll say, do you want to come back to my apartment? We can fool around. We can try some toys. We can do some BDSM. What would you like? Like, what do you want? And I'm literally just asking her what she wants. Or I'm saying what I want and then saying, do you want that too? Would you like to explore that with me? In the bedroom, all I ever do is say, how does that feel? Do you want it harder? Do you want it softer? Do you want to try this toy? What do you want? What do you want to try? What sexual things are on your bucket list? Like I'm just asking a bunch of questions and figuring out her as a person, or she's helping me figure out her as a person. And what you'll find, especially with sex, is that everybody's different. Like people just want different things. Like they're into different kinks. They like their body played with in a different way. And so the more questions you can ask, the better you'll be at dating, at conversation, at sex, all of that sort of stuff. And Ziva Main replied and said, yeah, basically exactly the fucking thing I just said there. Try it out with some girls that you go on dates with, as in try out the original advice in the original video. Try it out with girls you go on dates with, see how it plays out. That's all the proof that you actually really want. Yeah, like, yeah, I say this all the time, guys. Like, I'm just some fucking dude on the internet wearing a cute yellow beanie with a smiley face on it, a cute little gold necklace. Like, don't trust me just because I speak with some authority. Don't trust me just because there's pictures of my fucking penis and sex and all of that I have on my website. Like, yes, I have sex. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. But like, the proof is in the pudding. Go out there and talk to women. Go out there and try the advice that I give you. Listening to me on the internet prattle on about sex, dating, mental health, happiness, spirituality, blah, 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 is not going to get you laid. It's not going to get you a girlfriend. It's not going to get you money. It's not going to do any of those things. You have to go out and actually take some fucking action. So yeah, Ziva Mean, agree 100%, my brother. Let's go through a couple of wins from some of these are from my big VIP coaching program. Some of these are from the Abundance Collective, the $200 a month affordable coaching program that we have. This was one of my coaching clients from the big VIP program who said, I had 2 girls on my bed in the same night. I'm grateful to both of them. What an absolute legend. What a nice, humble little win, right? Just casually throwing out there, yeah, I had 2 girls in my bed on the same night. Just casual, But that's the results that people get from the coaching. We play big, play hard, or go home. Go hard, go home. And here's a win from the Abundance Collective. I made out with a girl at the club last night. Amazing. Breaking a dry spell of like 5 months with no new girls that I met myself. I'm grateful for the new friends and the connections that I've made this week. Amazing. Another one from the Abundance Collective. I asked a girl if she wanted a relationship for the first time in my life today. That's big. When I first met this guy, this coaching client here, he was a virgin. He was one of the guys that actually came to the big hardcore VIP coaching program, and now he's in the Abundance Collective. And so to go from I'm a virgin to look at all of this, like, isn't that amazing? She said she's open to try it. We're both going to keep dating casually, but there's no longer a cap on where we can take it. Amazing. No idea what I'm doing, but Alistair plays to win, and I obviously have his permission to read out his name here. But yeah, huge fucking win. Super proud of this guy. This guy has like done so much since he first found our content, first found our little community here. Like, this guy has just gone from virgin to like, he's built his own business. He's like making money through that. He supports himself through that, and he's building that up. Like, he's just doing so much. This guy absolutely fucking plays to win. I'm like, he's one of the people that I'm most proud of. All right, this next comment was on a video that I did called He Kissed a Girl That He Approached and He Got Called a Sociopath. So go watch the video if you want a little more context there. But Ominous Illustrations says, yep, right there at the end. There is always some girl who will react negatively. It's a good reminder to just brush it off and move on. There are so many positive-minded chicks out there. Anyway, good video. Yeah, a lot of you guys are so terrified of like a negative reaction. And it's like the reason that you don't walk up to that cute girl that you like and just say hi. You're worried that she's going to like yell at you, or she's going to call you ugly. She's going to reject you. You're worried that other people might see. You're worried that there might be some social ramifications. You're worried about everything that might go wrong. And we call this playing not to lose. You're basically saying, I don't want to lose. I hope I don't lose. I'm going to do everything I can to not lose. Obviously, we are here to play to win. And I literally have a video course called the Play to Win video course, how I built a winner's mindset. There's a link in the description below to this. But part of what I talk about in this video course is we don't want to sit there and focus on the things that we don't want. So in this case, that would be, I don't want to get rejected. I don't want a negative, reaction. I don't want her to yell at me. I don't want people to see. Who gives a fuck what you don't want? Aren't we here to get you your goal? Like, do you really want to live your entire life just not getting the things you don't want? Like, do you want to live your life in a negative, like in a deficit? No, you probably want to win. You probably want to get a cute girlfriend. You probably want to make a lot of money. You probably want to have friends and happiness and peace and love and all of that shit. Like, talk about the things that you want rather than the things that you don't want. And so again, there's a link in the description to the Play to Win video course. But yeah, like, so many of you guys will go like, I don't want to get rejected. I don't want to get yelled at. And it's like, who gives a fuck what you don't want, brother? Aren't you there to like get a girl's phone number, go on some dates, meet some women, have some sexual adventures, maybe get a girlfriend or a wife and kids? Like, isn't that the thing that you want? And as part of getting that, you might need to play the numbers game, because guess what? Not every woman that you walk up to is going to be A, single, and B, into you. Like, they're just not. And so you're going to have to talk to at least a couple of women before you find the love of your life. I'll be very honest, you're probably going to talk to a couple of fucking hundred. Some people talk to less than that. Some people talk to way more than that. I myself have talked to like tens of thousands of women over the last like 10 years of doing this shit, right? So you're going to talk to a lot of women. Part of that means you're going to run into people who are having a bad day. Or maybe they have a negative headspace. Maybe they're just grumpy. Maybe they're just not a very happy person in general. And they are probably going to let that out to some extent. That doesn't mean they're going to yell at you. That doesn't mean they're going to scream at you. But like, they might just be a bit rude. You might then get a little bit hurt by that. You might be like, oh shit, like she yelled at me. Or oh shit, like she told me she's not interested and I took that personally. Like that. It's like that Michael Jordan clip where he's like, and it became personal with me.
that, and it became personal with me.
You know, that's how a lot of guys take a girl not being interested or a girl being slightly rude. They're like, oh shit, like I'm going to take this personally. Like, oh my God, she hates me. Like, I'm a fuck up. Maybe I'm not attractive. Maybe I'm not good enough. And it's like, no, it's got nothing to do with you. As long as you were reasonably polite, you didn't like walk up to her and be like, hey, sweet cheeks, show me your fucking butthole. Yeah, if you say that, a lot of people are going to yell at you, obviously. But if you walked up and you were relatively polite and you just said, hey, you know, I know this is random or whatever, but I thought you were cute, or hey, you know, you're super cute. Can I talk to you for a second? Like, if you're just a nice fucking decent person and she yells at you or she's rude to you or she ignores you or any of that, it's not about you, it's about her. She's probably having a bad day or something. And so we can have a little bit of love and compassion for that and go like, okay, she's obviously having a shit day or a shit week or a shit fucking life if she's going to be rude to a stranger that was nice to her. I'll have love in my heart for her. I'll wish her a good day and maybe she can tell me to fuck off. That won't happen very often at all. Like 1 in 200 women will treat you like that. But fine, have a great day. I'll go talk to the next person. There just are so many nice women out there. I've done so many videos about this that like so many of you are living in perpetual fear of like, what if something bad happens? What if someone yells at me? What if she's mean to me? It's so fucking rare. And you will only actually believe me on that if you actually go outside and start talking to some women. You'll see that, oh shit, 99% of them are nice. And when I do run into that one that's not very nice or she's having a bad day, I don't give a fuck because it was so rare. And so, again, the only way you're going to believe me is if you go the fuck outside and go talk to some women. And I will finish up by giving you a little bit of motivation to approach. This is one of the girls that I am seeing right now. I hit on her outside about like 2 months ago. And she sends me messages like this all the time. I actually saw her yesterday. We had crazy, fucking kinky, wild sex all day. And she sends me messages like this, where she says, I feel this exploding giddiness when I think about how we just met. Like, huh? One day in my life, I didn't even know you existed. And now I do know you exist, and I will forever know you exist. Huh? That is the kind of beautiful messages that you can get if you walk outside and hit on a girl and say hi. You'll probably make her day. You'll make your own day in the process. And who knows, you guys might end up going on some dates, having a bunch of wild, kinky, crazy adventures and getting to know each other and falling in love. And it will be absolutely beautiful. But you're never going to get that if you don't go outside and take a fucking chance. All right, you absolute legends. I will finish up by giving a plug to the Abundance Collective, our $200 a month coaching group slash community. We already have a bunch of you that have signed up in the last couple of weeks, and I'll leave a link in the description below. You can go to this page and check it out. We got a bunch of testimonials in there. We got people changing their lives, having a bunch of sex, building businesses, all of that beautiful stuff. And you're very welcome to click this button here and you can jump on a free call with me. We can talk about it. You can tell me what your goals are. I'll give you a little bit of free coaching in there as well. So, you know, you're very welcome to jump on there and just get some free coaching. And then at the end of that, I'll say, do you want the sexy little Abundance Collective? Do you want to sign up? Do you want to join? And you'll get access to this beautiful community. We got a bunch of coaches in there. I myself do some Q&A videos as well, answering everyone's questions, getting in there, pushing you, motivating you. You got the accountability of the group itself and the coaches. And we even have video courses and a bunch of videos in there that are only for people who sign up. So there's a bunch of exclusive extra content. I go really hard and really deep on a lot of like topics and stuff in here. I put a lot more effort into these than I do even on this YouTube channel. There are a ton of videos and stuff in here on everything to do with sex, money, dating, relationships. You get access to the Play to Win video course for free as well. And it's all a good time in there. So yeah, like I said, I will leave a link in the description to this page here. Click this button. You can jump on a free call with me. I'll give you a little bit of coaching, talk about the program. And yeah, we would love to see you there, guys. Like I said, we've got a bunch of people in there kicking some serious ass. A lot of the testimonials or the little wins and gratitude stuff that I read out before comes from the Abundance Collective. So it's already fucking kicking ass. My goal with this is to build this up into this massive fucking community where everyone in there is like really pushing, really achieving amazing things, celebrating each other. I mean, they already sort of are. There's already like 20 people in there. So be a part of that. Don't miss out today. You deserve that life that you've always wanted to live. A lot of you are really fucking struggling when it comes to going outside and hitting on girls or building a business or your mental health or your happiness. Stop doing this shit alone. Let people help you. It is literally only $200 a month. There's no lock-in contract. There's none of that bullshit. You can leave at any point you want. You're very welcome to come in for 1 month, check it out. If you decide it's not for you, you can literally leave. But I have a feeling that you'll want to stick around because there are a lot of people in there doing really amazing things, and you deserve to be one of them. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below. Go check that out. Jump on a free call with me. I'll give you some coaching, and we'll change your life.